Okay, I think I'm live. I'm doing all this getting ready stuff, and I think it's live. Although, as per usual, at the start, it's just only people who watch this back later will see this special time, you and me, where we can share our innermost secrets, and no one will ever know. Go ahead, you can tell me, and no one will ever know. Apart from the government spies listening in and the sort of Russian ransomware hackers who are also hijacking your machine as you speak. Hello, Joel. How are you? Good to see you pop up. You already showed me what you got. Oh, I got a little bit of energy. Yes, and feeling a bit happy to have mostly gotten through another week. So, I mean, I've had a quite trouble-free week, actually. I don't know why I'm saying, oh, made it through another week. It's been, honestly, quite a trouble-free week for me. Work continues to be work. Not particularly thrilling, but then again, not particularly soul-destroying either. A couple months into my new job, I'm quite enjoying it. It is, as they say, not without its challenges, but I guess any decent job pushes you a bit, at least. Yeah, and given that I work in IT, if there weren't any challenges, would probably be pretty boring. So I should be glass half full about it, I guess, that I get some challenges, I keep my brain active, and I get paid, mofos. So, I'm not necessarily getting spiritually fulfilled. It's not necessarily fulfilling my creative and artistic goals in life, but it's not bad. Hey, Game of Frost Jump, how are you doing today? Got another early shift tomorrow. What does it feel like when you jump in to say hi and then you've got to get up at like 4 a.m. for work or something? I got Charlie. That took me a little while to get. Scan on, scan on. Then you say it in an Australian accent. Scan on, and suddenly it makes sense. What's going on? Just chilling like a villain, as the kids most definitely do not say, because that's quite a stupid thing to say. Yes, but I just thought because I didn't do a live stream on Tuesday, I thought I'd jump on this evening, share a bit of quality time with you fine people. Had a pretty lazy afternoon after getting home from work. Played some Zelda Breath of the Wild, and made a pizza. And it's, you can't see it. I clean off. There's a big bit of pizza down the front of my shirt. Oh, a white shirt. That is like not good. Hey, Mega Leech, how's it going? Okay, I mean, you can survive without much sleep. You must be young. Oh my God, that's a good one. Peter, you're saying Dutton quoted a Mark Latham tweet. You are in fact right. That is the fuckwit full circle. So now makes me want to see if I can find it. See if I can Dutton quote Latham tweet. I don't know if anyone would be reporting on it. All right. Do you mean? Oh no, that's old. Okay. I was just doing a Google search. And the first thing I found was old. So that wasn't it. Oh, well, yes. Those two are a pair of sad and evil bastards. Gamer Frost, dude, mid-20s is young. Okay. Oh, to be mid-20s again? Oh, dear. English, I'm going well, my friend. AZ not so well. He's been quite unwell for a couple of weeks. And I hear from him occasionally, and I could text him. Seems like a reasonable hour. Look, I'm gonna text AZ. Ugh. No, sorry, I forgot what I was doing for a moment there. Okay. I'll just write, how are things in AZ world? He might even call. Who knows? He might join us. You feel I'll do it. Yeah, look, everyone past about 15, at some point, you'll get this feeling that you're old. Not least because you only have to hit the second half of your teens for someone younger to get, you're so old. Like, fun things I see, like interviews with kids, like, yeah, say pre-15-year-old kids, and being interviewed for like a video or a news thing by someone in their mid-20s. The kids, they said, "But oh, there's that really old song came out about 10 years ago." The person in the mid-20s goes, "Oh my god!" You know, they think that was my favorite song when I was in high school. You're saying it's like really old. Uh, Well, Megaleech, like you, I feel like I'm young in the head, not necessarily in the body, because as I've complained on multiple live streams, I have fucked up this shoulder from the way I sleep. Literally, like people go, "Oh, I've got an injury. Oh, you're playing sport. You're rock climbing. Was it jiu-jitsu? What was it? I was sleeping. I fucked up my shoulder sleeping. That is not good. Um, yeah, there's a quote I saw. One of those like Tumblr quotes you see about to interwebs, people sharing it as a meme. You're like, I miss the days when I could get up out of a chair without sound effects. Those were good times. You get the feeling, you get out of bed, up at lunch, it's like, ah! Charlie, you think you pulled a hip flexor doing some yoga? Well, at least you were doing yoga. At least you were doing something where you were stretching and stuff. I fucked up my shoulder because I was sleeping like this, and even just putting my that hurts. I put my no, that hurts. I don't like that. I think I was probably only about 27, the first time I got any sign that my body may not hold up. I was trying to open a window that was stuck in a room. And it was one of those old style windows that you lift up. And I think it was like painted shut. And I was trying to like, and I pulled really out, and I just felt something twinge in my back. Turns out, like I didn't injure anything. It was fine. But it was the first time I ever felt when I was exerting myself, I felt a muscle going, "Don't do that anymore." It was a bit of a shock. Dude, game for us here. Okay. Yeah, work issues, trouble with your boss. I think we could all empathize with that. Everyone at some time has had a shit time at work, shit time with their boss, and you just gotta, most of the time, you just gotta, and suck it up and go, okay, it's A, I probably need the job. B, it's kind of illegal to punch you in the face. So I'll just grin and bear it. Mm. Man, it's one of those sounds used in TV show. I make sounds. Because if you see where I got the young in the head, if I remember rightly, it was from Monty Python-ish. I don't think it was a Monty Python film. I think it might have been Eric the Viking, a film that had some involvement from some people from Monty Python, and it had the tagline "For the young and the young in the head." As I was saying, well, actually, you can avoid growing old. You could die, so let's not be that grim. Yes, you can't avoid growing older, but you can avoid growing up, is what I like to do. It's always funny to me where some twerp on YouTube or other social media goes, "Man, you're old," or someone who is has seen older videos of mine. Now there's like fucking 13 years of videos of mine on YouTube. Go, "Man, you got older." It's like, well, it beats the fucking alternative, doesn't it? Unless you have some magical secret for stopping the passage of time, the alternatives are get older or fucking die. And so I kind of think I will go with getting older. I might just post a link to this on Facebook. You never know. Say, join me for a live stream. And I can't type. Yeah, there's like, how many typos was that? All right. Do that, and we'll post that. There we go. That's all good. Okie dokie. So, okay, we'll see if they go. Emperor Sieghart. Yes, we are all working for the weekend. What's that song? That was a Loverboy song, wasn't it? They're not quite as successful follow-up to that Rocky song. No, that was Survivor. It was someone else. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody needs a second chance. Gamer for us. You heard the Victorian government going to change rules. Is going to be gender fluid. Oh, okay. I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people would have seen that thing. And Peter, you're right. It's a lie. It's not really Gamer Frost's fault because it was reported like that in the media. Like, oh, the Victorian government, they're going to ban gender. They're going to blah, 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 blah. What it actually is, dude, is there's a university study that recommended, said, look, historically, schools and libraries have done dumb things like that's for boys, that's for girls, this is a boys' game, this is a girls' game, this is a boys' book, this is a girls' book. And the recommendation from the university was don't do that. And also be conscious of a lot of older books have really ridiculous gender stereotypes in them, and don't just be putting all boy books everywhere for boys and girl books everywhere for girls. And you're right, Game of Thrones. It's not yours. You're not at fault for saying, "Hey, what was that?" Because that was reported quite widely in the media. Yes, so it's the media that were lying. It's basically culture war bullshit. I'm not even being chocolate because the only thing with making cake and some leftover chocolate from his decorations. So, yeah. So, what was the other one? Oh, you probably also saw, particularly on social media, all the furor about the that woman with the short coloured hair saying you should ask your baby's permission before changing nappies. And everyone's gone, let's get babies can't give permission. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, she was completely misrepresented. And she did actually say, if you want to help kids understand consent, because it's important because that's how child abusers get kids not having a framework for consent. And she said, start when they're a baby, like changing the nappies, let them know, like, hey, I'm going to change your nappy, okay? And she did clarify later because she saw the shit people were saying about it. She goes, I'm not saying don't change a baby's nappy unless the baby says yes. I'm saying create this environment of consent. Of course, you have to be sensible in that you have to change a baby or toddler's nappy when it's dirty, but getting them used to the idea of consent and boundaries is really valuable. But no, just all this right-wing culture war bullshit. And just like, yeah, and you're right, Charlie, don't make kids hug you if they don't want to. And hello, Batman Sport. Empress, did the government surveyor call you about government tax reduction? No, I suppose those survey calls are random. Doing polls to see if we think the government's tax. Here, look. Here's the truth. Like the tax break for ordinary Australians like $10 a week's fucking worthless shit. But I'm a contractor and I run my own company, and with the shit they're doing, I'm like so much better off. But they're still assholes and irresponsible. It's like, just because I can cash in on this bullshit, it's like one of those things, I think caring about other people is a positive thing. So I'm not solely out for myself. Like I say, their tax changes are fucking, man, I benefit a lot more than $10 a week. Let me tell you, a young fellow. And hey, Will Hart, how you going? Ambrose, yeah, the demon's telling you to drink the blood of the living. That's just, a day ending in a Y, isn't it? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Nothing to worry about if you're hearing the voices. Sometimes you just, you just you gotta be a bit discerning on when you listen to them, because they will regularly give you bad advice. Advice. Why did I say advice? That isn't my accent. So yes, be a little bit discerning about when you listen to the voices. If it sounds like they're all up for some good fun, then maybe do it. But if they're saying depressing things or eat the flesh of your neighbours, maybe don't listen. Maybe don't listen. Will Hart, I don't know who you're asking for context there. Seth, that's a winning plan. You're doing landscaping, not earning a fortune, but you love doing it. Man, having employment and being happy is much better for your health than having more money but being unhappy. And there are lots of studies that show being unhappy is one of the worst health risks there are, like worse than obesity, worse than smoking. Feeling happy and having a good life and a support network can be an incredible boost to your health. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I quit a job last year because it was fucking me up. As be where I am with you, having distractions, like whatever your distraction may be, whether it's video games, movies, music, TV, reading, doing dumb shit on YouTube, having something to take you out of yourself is quite a good thing. I've got to decide if I'm going to get a new video game. I'm still playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. I haven't finished it. I just had a little exploring session today. I was thinking of doing one of the divine beasts, but I didn't. I just did a little exploring session and found some equipment and some shrines and whatnot. I mean, I could always play Skyrim. We've got that. Mrs. Angry is playing that at the moment, actually. I haven't played Skyrim yet. But because I enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 5 and Yakuza 0, I'm thinking of another game like that, whether the new Yakuza game or maybe Far Cry 5. Heard positive, if mixed, responses to Far Cry 5. Peter should read Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber. That. I think I've heard of that. That does sound interesting. Yeah, lots of jobs. Oh my God, there's a great video as like a little bit of speculative sci-fi almost. As done a couple years ago called Ghosts with Shit Jobs, and it's set a little bit into the future where basically the American and European economies have gone to shit, and Japan, no, not Japan, China is the dominant world power. And because it is common slang for Chinese to refer to Westerners as guilo, ghosts. And it's basically set in the future, and it's a documentary made by a Chinese TV channel about the shit jobs Americans have to do now. Oh, and it's fascinating. It's funny, and it's a good watch. Venice, it's Happy National Turtle Day. Excellent. Turtles deserve a day, possibly even more than a day. You know, turtles all the way down, as they say. I thought that was Yertle the turtle. I remember reading that to my kids when they were little. We had the standard collection, you know, bunch of Dr. Seuss books. Hey, what else were the ones we read to the kids? Dr. Seuss is an obvious one. We had a bunch of them. And they'd always want the same ones over and over again. When they got a bit older, I had, what was it? Like Neil Gaiman book, The Wolves in the Walls. A few others. Emperor, you should pick up Battlefield 5. Show how PC culture's ruined historic maker. All right, yes. I remember, because there's by default you can be a female soldier in Battlefield 5, can't you? And all these fuckheads are going on about, hey, political correctness gone mad. It's like, it's a fucking video game, you fucking tool. Oh, cool game for us. You're going to do some Overwatch live. Nice. Never got into Overwatch myself, but my kids played it quite a bit, so I've seen a lot of Overwatch played. Yes, Empress again. Yeah, they wanted to ruin Battlefield. It's like, what the fuck difference could it possibly make? The gender of your avatar in a computer game. Some people want to play as a female, and considering all the historical inaccuracies in the game, I don't think you really need to lose sleep about playing as a female soldier in an army that didn't have female soldiers. And hello, Tendai. Charlie, your dad used to have a turtle which kept trying to mate with the tank filter. Okay. Game for us, you're a Call of Duty player. I'm trying to think. See, shooters, I used to really like shooters. And I tried to play some of the new ones after not playing shooters for a few years, like Wolfenstein and Doom, and I just couldn't get into them. I might try again at some point. But yeah, I thought I'd just be really into them and go shit at them. That's probably part of the problem. I was really bad at them and getting killed all the time. But now maybe I've gotten more used to the controllers playing these other games. Maybe I'll get back into it. You are playing a lot of games over at Seagull. Battlefield 1, Overwatch, CSGO, Gary's Mod. Oh my God, Gary's Mod's still around. But yeah, that is a good selection. And meanwhile, I forgot to do my fucking Simpsons. I've dedicated years to this game. Look, it's Simpsons Tapped Out. I wish there was something that told me how many years I've been playing that for on my phone, because it's a fucking long time. Just if you've never heard of it, who remembers Farmville, where you have to do those ridiculous repetitive tasks to build up your farm and whatnot? Simpsons Tapped Out is basically Farmville with the Simpsons. And the setup for it was Homer blows up Springfield, and you have to put it back one thing at a time. You start with the Simpsons house and Lisa and Homer, and you build up. And now I've got a huge amount of buildings. I've got like 200 characters in my Springfield. And it keeps growing. They keep doing these things where you can grow it and add more characters, and I keep playing it. And yeah. Oh, cool. You're double-handing Game of Frost. You're still paying attention to this broadcast, but you're starting your own. I like it. Multitasking. Multitasking. That's the way to go. So, yes. I admire it. Like, often people tell me, particularly with my longer videos, they'll put them on and do something else, whether it's cleaning or, homework, housework, whatever. But actually doing a live broadcast or listening to a live broadcast, that's pretty good multitasking, quite honestly. So that is no small feat. All right, I was just going to check Sumat. All right, that's what I was going to do. I knew it. Do you ever get that thing where you half remember something you were going to do, and you cannot remember what it actually was? Like, I find myself going, wait, I was definitely going to do something, and I cannot remember, and it just nags at you like, no, you're all set to do something. You were going to do something, and it just nags till you remember. But yeah, I think, with me, possibly that's a sign of being old and senile. Who knows? It's hard to keep track of. But yes, I sometimes think my subconscious is better than my conscious brain. It's like, I often find, like, if I'm going shopping, like I've gone to the supermarket to do some shopping and I'm just getting stuff and I'll leave and something, you forgot something, you meant to get something and you forgot it. I'll be going, I have no idea what. And no, you forgot something. And then I'll be halfway home and go, wait, no, that's right. I went there specifically. And well, why is my subconscious better than my conscious at remembering things? I find it, and it's almost never wrong. Like, sometimes, like, you have deja vu or something and it turns out to be nothing. Almost every time when I get this little tingle going, you meant to do something, you meant to do something, you meant to get something, and I can't remember it. And then sometime later, whether it be minutes or hours later, I'll go, oh my God, that's right. Oh Jesus, my subconscious was right again. There was something I was meant to do. So Yes, I'm. That's a long-winded way of saying I don't think my brain's all there, basically. So there's a lot of people who don't like my stuff going, yes, that's true. Your brain is not all there. But yes, I don't know. I enjoy uh, physical. I had to block someone the other day, and I'm slightly surprised he hasn't popped up here under another username, because it's someone who was in the live streams a lot and just made this really moronic comment on one of my videos. And I just said, well, that was fucking stupid. He's going, it was a joke. And I went, no, your ignorance doesn't constitute a joke. And he went, fuck you can't take a joke. I'm unsubscribing. And I'm like, well, It's coming back.